Hello, how you doing? Welcome back to Small Grand Prix World and part 5 of our playthrough. Today we are starting Season 2 and we were left with the quite strange message of being in debt at the end of the last episode. Now, we sold a little bit more of our team to try and keep us above float. I think we are going to make some profit. I've done some looking into it, some research, and I do think we will have quite a healthy profit at the end of round 1. If we don't, if we lose more than 800 grand, we are out. It's game over. But hopefully it won't come to that. Of course, Season 2, this is going to be a bit of a transitional season. I don't see us having a massive amount of success this season. In fact, I think we're going to take quite a step back on what we were doing last year, where we finished 6th. We were very, very close to finishing 5th, but Jordan had a very good second half of the season. But we've got Mike Gascoigne in there. We've got Harvey Postlethwaite in there. We've got Ernst Keller back for another season as our chief mechanic. We've got Rubens Barrichello in the car. There's lots of things that we can be really, really positive about. Of course, we've got the works deal with Peugeot as well for the next couple of seasons. So we're all right. We're doing okay at the moment. We'll have a little look at the performance of the car in a moment. We did have a look at it at the end of last episode, and it's not looking great. I think we are going to be lower mid-table. Probably scrapping for the odd point rather than regular points finishes like we had last year. Let's have a little look at the news before we go any further. Johnny Herbert has announced that he plans to retire at the end of this season. The FIA have confirmed the new funding arrangements. We are going to... Your driver recruitment has resulted in a change of previous team orders. This may cause problems. The new supercomputer network is now ready. This will speed up the CFD stage. The FIA has informed us that we'll be getting 31 million in funds. Very, very good. So you can see 1999 estimated revenue is about $73 million. So we should get a reasonable amount of money from that. Obviously, the last GP, we spent a lot of money. We didn't get a lot of money in, and we made a 1.2 million loss at that last race. Fingers crossed that won't happen. We've got Pedro Diniz coming in, and hopefully he'll do a good job for us. Of course, he's bringing $9.6 million to the team he's going to be in for the next couple of seasons. Rubens Barrichello, we're paying him $5.5 million. I think that's going to be all right. Nick Heidfeld, of course, is going to be our test driver, but looks pretty good and could definitely step in. Now, we don't have a third car for him at the moment, so we will have to keep an eye on that as we go through. What was that? Years 1. Okay. Cool. Right, so I think we've went through all of that. I don't think we need to be worrying too much about our recruitment for next year just yet. Because we've got Armstrong in till 2001. We've got Mike Gascoigne in till 2000. We've got Postlethwaite in to the end of 2001, and Keller in to the end of 2000. So we're pretty much sorted on the recruitment front. Now, what I did want to have a look at was our mechanics, and I don't think anybody has resigned, so that's pretty good, actually. Let's get a few more designers in if we can. We don't need to do that. It's this one here. We can headhunt. No new staff, apparently. We can get some more excellent and very good guys in there. I think we want to. I don't think we want any average people. Couple of trainees in there would be good. Leave a little bit of room for us to grow. As I say, I think money-wise we're going to be fine this season. I really do. Which is good. We can get another excellent engineer in. A very good. Good. And we have room for 2 more. And then let's have a look at the mechanics. Can we get anybody in there? We can get a couple of excellent people in, which is good. A couple of very goods as well. And we will get a few trainees in just to lighten the load of our current staff. That's fine. Commercial. Yes, could do with a couple of excellent candidates in there. That's fine. That looks good. That looks like a good commercial department. So we're pretty much sorted for the start of this season. Let's have a little look at our car. So last time out we looked at in a little bit of horror at this car. Our electronics and clutch aren't good. So we are going to have to think about that going forward. We don't want to start work on our 1990 on our 2000 car, sorry, until the regs have been announced. I think we look like we've got a very reliable car, which is good. We're gonna hopefully improve the electronics. That would be awesome if we could do that. We might look towards some driver aids at some point. What are our mechanics doing for now? Nothing at the moment. We can do some testing, which I think would be good for the first Grand Prix. Let's spend 50 grand on testing. Yeah, that looks okay. We're gonna have a decent focus on setup. We're gonna have a decent focus on development. And what will research do? I think we can do some stuff on the engine as well, as we are a works team. That looks fine. How do I check that again? Is it this? There you go. So we're not taking part in that at all. So I guess we're just not doing anything with that. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So maybe we take them off the engine actually. There's no point. Go 50, maybe do some research, I guess. That seems fine. Yeah. Okay. Let's round that up to 70. So we've got 85 miles. Driver-wise, of course, we don't have a third car, so it is all going to pretty much be down to these guys getting some decent stuff in. That looks good to me. Let's perform the testing. Let's see what we have got. Hey, nice. So we've got some setup there. And we've got a little bit of research as well done. Nice. We haven't got an R&D car. So I don't know what that would do. We've sent over the development information. So if I now go to our car, yeah, we don't want to do that. Where's the Sayers car? Here. Technology. Oh, it's an absolute minefield, isn't it? I don't know what that development did. I guess will it help out with this? Hopefully. Right, let's get some spares built. While we can. I think after the next round, we will build ourselves another car. think you need to have possibly 4 cars to use the test rig. So we might do that. That might help us out. Right, let's get that done. As I say, I think we're going to be fine, so let's not worry. That's okay, that's fine. Okay. Right, into the summary. Of course, we are bringing in a decent amount of money for this year. We've got Patronus. Well, we haven't got Patronus this year. We've got MasterCard in there. Where are they? Can we see them on the chassis anywhere? I can't see them on the chassis. They'll not be happy with that. We've got Red Bull, Peugeot. I was under the impression it would all translate, but apparently not. That's fine. We have got some deals sort of starting with Castrol and Danker, trying to get some big money sponsors in at the team. Are we going to do any via hospitality? I mean, it is a decent opportunity to do so. But no, I think we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Right. Okie dokie then. Let's have a look at the next GP then. So that's all looking fine and dandy. We can't increase that for whatever reason. We are going to be looking at Jordan GP and looking for some active suspension in there. That'll be fine. This is all fine. We don't need to particularly worry about that. We're going to allow Rubens Barrichello to be a little bit more aggressive than Diniz. So he can be a little bit more aggressive. And we'll let Diniz be a little bit more, but not too much, and maybe take off on these ones. Yeah, that looks good. So let's confirm those team orders. That's fine. Setup points for Rubens Barrichello. I've no idea what all of these are going to do. Let's get ourselves a little bit more speed. Definitely more grip. And a couple on the overtaking. Do that there, that's fine. Well, maybe. Well, I'm going to experiment. I'm going to see if that comes with us to the next Grand Prix. But that looks fine. Okay, so that's confirmed. Our assembly looks good. So let's get ourselves to the first Grand Prix of the season. Here we go. So here we are in Australia then. And a little rundown of the new teams for you. So World Champion David Coulthard and Andrea Monterimini will turn out for Stewart this season. Mika Hakkinen and Olivia Panis will be at Williams. That's a decent lineup for them. Schumacher and Tuero will be at Benetton. Lacey and Irvine at McLaren. That's a very experienced lineup. I think they'll do very, very well this season. Fisichella and Redon will be at Prost. Wirtz and Takagi at Arrows. Barrichello and Diniz will line up for us at Sauber. Ricardo Rosset and Emmanuel Collard will be at Minardi. Heinz-Harald Frentzen and Shinji Nakano will be at Jordan. Retiring Johnny Herbert and Jan Magnussen will be at backmark as Tyrrell. And Jacques Villeneuve, who was fired from Williams last season, and Damon Hill, one of the stars of the second half, will be lining up for Ferrari. And I have no idea why they are number 22 and number 23. Very dry, very high wind speed, 22 degrees for this first Grand Prix of the year. Everything looking okay, so let's get ourselves into the race. Let's see how we qualify. So, Rubens Barrichello is in 11th there. Pedro Diniz, very poor qualifying for him, down in 16th. But it's looking like a very, very close midfield. So, Barrichello, kind of where we were at last season when our Arrows in the top 10. They'll be happy with that. Michael Schumacher puts his Benetton on pole. Villeneuve and Hill in the Ferraris, 2nd and 3rd. Hakkinen 4th for Williams. Jean Alesi for McLaren in 5th. And Olivia Panis in 6th for Williams. Eddie Irvine in 7th. Tuero 8th. Wirtz and Tagagi round out your top 10. We outqualify the Jordan with Barrichello. Jan Magnussen's Tyrrell managing to make it up to 14th. Stewart looking at the back. World champion David Coulthard outqualified by his less experienced teammate Andrea Monteremini. And then Collard and Rossett very much cut adrift at the back, but Coulthard will be very disappointed with that. You know, going with Stewart, and I'm sure Jackie sold him a very good car, but that's not what's happened. So, into the race then. Rubens Barrichello, we're going to stick him on the standard strategy. I'm going to give him fresh boots for 2nd and 3rd stint. We're going to reduce those down a little bit. Diniz, he will go on to the one-stopper. Hopefully he can do a good job here. So, we're going to go 35 in the first stint. Whoops. And then 23 in the second and final stint. We'll give him brand new rubber for the whole Grand Prix, so let's see how we get on. Hey, Diniz finishes in 8th place. Not a bad first showing for him. Damon Hill in the Ferrari wins. Hakkinen 2nd, Schumacher 3rd, Irvine 4th, Panis 5th, and Alexander Wirtz in the Arrows in 6th. We finish 8th with Pedro Diniz. Tuero on the lead lap there in 7th. Let's try and work out what on earth has gone on down here. Looks like there's been quite a bit of attrition. So Frensen's brakes went out on him. Alesi's brakes went out on him. Villeneuve's engine went out on him. Our brakes for Barrichello went out on him. Collard and Nakano, engine failure. So brakes and engine failure seem to be a feature in this first race. But we'll take that. And there you go. A nice bit of money. 2.7 million now, which is very, very good indeed. And it does seem like those setup points you can take with you, which is good. That's what we like to see. So, yeah, let's... how do you upgrade cars? Yes, we do have a little bit of damage to his car. That's fine. Right, we're going to take some mechanics off testing. Maybe do something like that. How's that looking? Hey, so that's already done. Very good. Let's construct that. Your improved design has been passed to the construction team so that they can start work on making a new electronics immediately. Okay. So where is the construction team? So what can we do with that? Do forgive me. Huh. Ah, upgrade technology. So that's fine. Okay. Nice. So that should be on the car now, I believe. Yes, good. Right. So now we can focus on making something else good. Let's get that clutch level up a little bit. That would be good. Yeah, I think Yeah, let's stick all 100% on there for now, because we're not going to be making the new car just yet, because the new regulations haven't come in. We'll look at all of that in a minute. Let's build ourselves another 1999 car, or two. One that can be used in the test rig as well. Okay. And now let's get that bit of damage repaired. That's fine. And the wear is pretty ridiculous. But we might as well get them sorted out. We've got plenty of spare parts for that reason. Okay, that's fine. So now if we have a look at that, so there you go. So we have an R&D car now, which is good. Now I don't know whether the test rig is any use to us. No idea. Right, we can assign Nick Heidfeld to some stuff now as well. Yeah. Or maybe stick him mostly on that. Okay, that's fine. Right, let's perform the testing. Let's see what we've got. Got plenty of setup points. We have got some development pointers as well. Testing has uncovered a handling problem in your cars. This problem can be fixed by a chassis upgrade. Your design screens have been updated with this information. You can do no further development testing until you've designed and constructed the chassis update. Okay. So where's the chassis update then? Is that going to be... going to be somewhere else? Solution diffuser. Well, what do we do with that? Ah, start work. So we can actually design a new chassis, I think is the idea. So let's take off these guys from that. Okay. That's fine. Hey, I'm learning things all the time with this. As I say, apologies for not really knowing what I'm doing in particular bits. But I think we're going to be okay here. I think we're going to be fine. Let's just have a little look at all of this. I don't think there's anything particularly to worry about. That's looking fine. Okay, right, let's see what the news is. So Damon Hill's got a new race victory. That's fine. Under siege. Okay. Fair enough. I don't think anything else was in there. That's fine. Okay. I think we're fine now. I'm just having a little look at who's available at the end of the year. Michael Schumacher is available at the end of 2000. But that would involve getting rid of Barrichello. Yeah, we're not bothering with that. We're not trying to get Michael Schumacher just yet. But it would be quite nice to get somebody like Schumacher in. Let's have a little look then at the progress of our cash sponsors. So they're willing to talk to us, so are they. So 2.5 million there and there. Very good. Okay. I think everything's looking fine and dandy. Let's head forward to the next Grand Prix then. Cool. So we've got our team orders in there. Right, let's get some setup points. I'm going to give Barrichello the brunt of it. That's fine. I assume we haven't got anything new there. Nope. So, confirm the assembly. Did we spot anything at the last GP? No. That's fine. Okie dokie then. Let's go to the Brazilian Grand Prix. Second round of the season. Okay. 31 degrees, dry conditions with a low wind speed. Let's see how we get on in qualifying. Pedro Diniz actually out-qualifying Rubens Barrichello this time. He qualifies in 11th position, about a second off the McLaren of John Alesi. Barrichello down in 15th, but it is looking very, very close between ourselves, Tyrrell, Prost, Jordan. You know, it is going to be tit for tat this season, but good to see Diniz looking good. Perhaps it was the setup points that threw Barrichello off there. Not entirely sure. But at the sharp end, Michael Schumacher takes his second consecutive pole position. Damon Hill there in second. Villeneuve in third. Irvine fourth, with Panis fifth. And Hakkinen in sixth place. Right at the back, once again, are the Stewarts and the Minardis. Although, to be fair, everywhere down to 20th, they're very much within this midfield area. So we've got to make sure that we are looking after our cars. Heavy rain conditions for the race, very low wind speed. So Rubens Barrichello might look to be the guy on this one. I think we very much want one stoppers for both of them here. I'm going to go 40 laps and then 32. That looks good. And then for Diniz, we're going to stop him early. No, we're not. We're going to actually send him a long, long way into the race. I'm going to go 55. Nah, we're not. That's silly. 45 laps. A little bit longer than Barrichello. And then he can have 27 laps on the way in. Good luck out there, boys. Okay, 9th and 10th. That's not too bad. That is not too bad at all. Diniz actually getting the better of Barrichello once again there, but both boys in the top 10. We're happy with that. Michael Schumacher wins the race to get his first victory for Benetton, or back in a Benetton, I should say. Irvine finishes second, Hill in third, Alesi fourth, with Hakkinen in fifth, and Jacques Villeneuve finishing in sixth. Tuero finishes seventh, and Panis in eighth. But very, very good from Diniz and Barrichello to finish top 10. I mean, our race pace is looking pretty decent, I've got to say. So, let's come out of that. Oh, look at that. Up to 4 million squids, which is good. Nothing found there. Let's have a little look at our progress for that. That's fine. Yeah, that's whether we want to give it another round or not. It is probably the most important part, isn't it? The design phase, so. And we have got the regulations for next year as well, so we do probably want to start work on next season's car. Yeah, it's very interesting trying to juggle all of this, isn't it? Right, we're going to take 10% off this for this round, because... or 25%, because we don't really need it at this point. The technology's already sorted, which is good. So they're going to make the new clutch, which is nice. And it was in here, wasn't it? So, upgrade technology. There we go. So we've got that upgrade installed. And as I say, the car's looking fairly good now. I think maybe work on some reliability. So we need to go onto this. Technology. Yep, and pop 20% of our designers on that. And let's get some progress on the 2000 chassis. Yeah, I think that looks good. Want to give ourselves as much time as possible on that. So how do we upgrade our chassis now? I thought we'd done that. Oh, we have, apparently. Okie dokie. Very much need to get these cars sorted. So let's build some spares while we can. Don't forget that we have got the third car as well, should we need it. Nice. Okay, so we will do one more round in this video, don't worry. I think one more. We'll try and make it 3 per episode, but and I'll try and get a lot of this sort of stuff done off camera. Unless you guys enjoy it, of course. I'm certainly enjoying it. But, you know, you might not agree. So there we go. That seems fine. And then we can get car 3 sorted out. Which is good. Yep, and then that seems fine as well. And then we'll swap him into... Yeah, so we want Rubens Barrichello in car 1. We want Deniz in car 3 and Heidfeld in car 4. That seems okay to me. Let's have a look at testing. Research is looking good. Yep. I think that's fine. Okay. Cool. So, research. That's fine. Good. That will do well. So they'll help our designers. And we got some setup points for the next Grand Prix. So let's get ourselves sorted. Let's have a little look at the these deals. They're looking fine. They're not making any progress just yet. That should be okay. I think everything else is fine. I think we've sorted all of that. We've now finished this, which is very good. So we now do some CFD simulation. Good. Rightio then. Rightio. I think we're okay. I think we're doing alright. Okay, so confirm those orders. That's all good. Yeah, keep them on the... I mean, maybe he needs to be a little bit more careful. Maybe that's what we needed to do. That's fine. Set up. So it's Argentina. I mean, it seems to want to give us these a bit more. So yeah, surely you want speed and grip. Surely you want that. I don't know. Cool. Next one. That looks fine. Don't think we have anything there. That all looks good. Right. No, I didn't confirm the assembly, so probably need to go back and sort that. Yeah. Okay. Right then, we are ready for the race. Let's have a little look at the conditions. So 22 degrees, dry with a low wind speed. Both cars are a little bit worn, but should be absolutely fine. Okay. And there we go again. So Barrichello manages to qualify 11th, half a second ahead of Fisichella's Prost, which is encouraging to see. We're still half a second behind this little bundle of cars that are at the bottom of the top 10. Deniz this time 0.6 of a second off his teammate and qualifying in 16th. So it seems very much to depend on the track for each driver. 20 degrees and overcast conditions for the race. Of course, with Rubens, we are going to try a one-stop strategy. I think we found last year that very much was the way to go. And try and go a little bit longer in your first stint. So overcut it a little bit. We're going to go with heat cycle tyres for the first stint, and the second stint we are going to go a little bit braver and go for the brand new tyres. We're going to go 36-36 for Deniz. Let's see who comes out on top in the race. Well, Barrichello comes out on top. He finishes 8th. Deniz in 11th there. Damon Hill wins the Grand Prix in a Ferrari 1-2 with Villeneuve in 2nd there. Panis finishes 3rd for Williams. Schumacher 4th for Benetton. Irvine 5th, and then Wirtz and Takagi 6th and 7th in the Arrows. So, Arrows off the mark now. But Barrichello doing a good job to be ahead of the midfield. A little bit of attrition down at the bottom there. But there you go. Damon Hill was is the championship leader. Michael Schumacher there in 2nd. Jacques Villeneuve goes up to 5th with that performance. In the Constructors, Arrows in 5th on 2 points. They're going to be our main rivals this year. So again, we make a decent profit there. Let's have a little look at some of the deals. That we are making a little bit of progress in both of those, which is good. How are we doing in terms of our cars? It's this one, isn't it? So 2000 chassis. Not a lot of progress in the design stage just yet. But we do finish CFD simulation straight away, which is very, very encouraging. Designing and building a precision scale model for wind tunnel testing will cost you that per race. Do you still wish to end that and proceed to model design? Of course I do. So there we go. So we can try and get this sorted out. Which is good. Performance is looking nice. Progress of that could be a little bit better. It's whether we're trying to spin too many plates. That's the question I've got. But I think at the moment things are looking rather fine and dandy. Let's have a little look at the news. We didn't look for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Anything in there? Big chance? No. There you go. Zanardi is going to be driving for Stewart next year. Jordan has secured the services of Jason Watt. Okay. Fair enough. Anything here? Oh, Monteramini has signed for Arrows. Oh, and Hakkinen going to Ferrari. Wow. I mean, as far as it looked, it didn't seem like Ferrari had anything open for next season. Ah, perhaps. Ah. So Villeneuve is going to be out of a drive. Seems a bit harsh, but there you go. Fair enough. Well, anyway, I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. It's been a bit of a long episode. I know, you know, a lot of you will be tired from watching it. I'm certainly tired from making it, but I have enjoyed it. I think some encouraging signs in there. I don't know, you know, when we want to cease development on this year's car. I do think there is a little bit more performance to be found. You know, and we do want to sort of chuck some resources behind next year's car because we have got the facilities and the staff in place to make next year's car a really, really good one. And, you know, we don't want to be dragged into a battle that we're probably not going to win in terms of trying to get into that top 10 because the guys above us will be developing too. So perhaps we need to think about shifting over some resources. We'll give it another couple of Grand Prix. I think after Monaco, then we'll really think about focusing on next year. But hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more Grand Prix World videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.